Alright, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I was done for the day for doing a reaction, but apparently there's more. There's gameplay, which is something I really wanted. I think I didn't mention on the last video. So yeah, this is a continuation of the last video where I reacted to the Crash Bandicoot 4 trailer, reveal trailer. I expect that they will show it again here, so let's not dilly-dally and just get on with the show. This is directly from this guy's
We've got a
thing.
great show kicking off this week for you. I'm really excited to be.
It's Hideo Kojima's best friend, Jeff Keighley. Also, as you can see, I lost a couple of people here.
Extra special package for
Geff.
Geo-Thef Keg Legs.
I love that he has like an oversized mask.
Come on out.
Not this again. I'm in the middle of a live stream right now. This guy always crashing my important shows.
Get it? Crashing?
I see what this is, but let me tell you,
Stupid joke.
Better be worth it. Crash, I really don't want the dirt that you have on Cortex.
No. This is the Crash 4 trailer.
For real?
For reals.
Well, it's about time.
Exactly.
Get it?
Bandicoot, you banished me to the past. But all it did was give me more time to plan your doom.
I'm guessing that guy is a new boss? He definitely looks different from all the other, like, enemies. Looking at him. So, from the cover leak, there are 4 masks. So that means 4 new powers. It just looks so different from traditional Crash Bandicoot. You know, from the 3 original ones. Like... Oh, I didn't notice that! I had not noticed that you play as Cortex! Interesting. I obviously saw... Coco, but I didn't notice that you play as Cortex, actually. Interesting. I don't want to say that this is the first time that you play as Cortex, because I think that you play as him in Twin Sanity. And I've never played any of those games.
This clown anyway. 3. Really? Only 3? Funny. Seemed like more.
That's right. There's the big news.
That's
Crash
right.
For a brand new Crash game. It is coming this October. And right now I am joined by Paul from Toys for Bob to tell us about.
I want that Aku Aku mask. I want that Aku Aku mask. I need it on my
Waiting for so long for
on my
something
collection.
Crash. Of course, Activision has done some amazing remasters.
Alright, so here we have
Crash
gameplay.
and CTR.
Alright,
This
you
is a
start from the get-go with your
brand new
abilities from Crash 3. That is very good.
That's right. It's
At least
it's
some
hard
of them,
to
I
believe, but
assume.
it's been over
I don't think that the
10 years
bazooka will
since
be
the
like...
original new entry into the series, so I'm
Ah.
delighted to finally unveil this secret that we've been sitting on for a while. It's the brand new Crash 4. It's about time, and it's a play on the fact that we've been waiting for so long, but also it's a game that's literally about time.
Another game
I
about
wanna get
time.
into it 'cause the trailer is filled with so much information. I mean, you know, playable Neo Cortex, Coco, Crash, but I'm curious. Like,
Interesting.
you guys had worked on, you know, the remasters of Crash, but now to
Gameplay
start with
looks
a new
good,
game,
looks solid.
so much
It looks like Crash.
What's gonna
I am
be
very happy that
follow-on,
they
calling it Crash 4?
they
How
are
did you
leaving the
guys
double jump. That is
approach this?
very
What
good.
kind of game did you want to build?
Yeah, I guess the first thing is we asked ourselves where did we want to start, and though technically this is the 8th game in this series, all of the fan reception that was coming out of the Insane trilogy, we wanted to go back to the original trilogy and start from that. We're deliberately calling this Crash 4 because we want to key it off of the original trilogy that was developed by Naughty Dog. That was certainly a high point in the series, both critically and commercially. And so that's where the events are going to key off of. We're starting right at the end of that when Dr. Neocortex, Entropy, and Uga Uga have been banished to this distant planet, and they finally found.
Oh,
way,
it's a distant
after
planet.
decades
It's
of
not on
many,
Earth.
many fruitless attempts,
No wonder
they found a
it
way to
looks
break
more
out.
like Ratchet and Clank then.
In doing so, they've torn this gigantic hole in the universe and exposed the fact that there's a multiverse.
Oh, you.
So it's going to be up to the Bandicoot,
Oh,
Crash, and
a
Coco
multiverse.
to restore that
Oh,
by
oh.
uniting the four
We're
great
when we deal with multiverses, you know what happens?
Playstyle, I think
Crossover, baby. Crossover.
a
Spyro
Crash in
and Crash.
2020,
There's gonna be a
how
game
much
with
of
them.
it is
Both of them
in
together.
linear,
I'm telling you, boys. You better do it. Toys for Bob, you're fucking listening to me. Better do it.
Crash game. How are you doing it? Like, tell us about balancing kind of the old style of game.
But yeah, no wonder it reminds me a lot of Ratchet and Clank.
You
know, if it's different worlds.
Styles of gameplay. Based on the trailer, it looks like you're being kind of still faithful to the original style of Crash versus making it some big, 3D open world. But is that correct? Like, how did you approach the actual style of the gameplay?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. I think what we've heard was that people have found that style of gameplay to be really refreshing.
Interesting. I wonder how you.
And when we observe some of the other games and
that is very interesting. Puzzle not puzzle solving, but platforming with the different masks.
The challenges and
Wonder if
things that you
it's.
interact with, they're a little bit more sparse.
I mean,
and
you
spread
get
out.
it.
It encourages exploration, and maybe there's a little bit more.
I'm
focus
very
on
interested to know
collection and combat. But
what,
when you think about classic
how
Crash
you manage
gameplay,
that.
it's dense and it's focused, and it's really the streams of hazards and
I
the
guess that
challenges,
once the
background
level
challenges, they
finishes,
come
you
and
lose that
there's
mask.
almost a rhythmic quality to it and how reliable it is. And I know that for me, when I learn a level and I understand the nuance of the timing and the placement of all the different hazards, you can enter into a sort of flow state when you understand that kind of musicality.
Multiple playable characters. How are you doing that? Is it kind of like by level, or how, like we saw Coco and Neo playable in there? How does that
I'm pretty
work
sure it
in
must be
the
levels.
scheme
You
of
can-
the gameplay.
So Crash and Coco, you're going to be able to choose between them at any point in time, and
Okay.
they share the same moveset.
So basically,
Over
like.
the course of the adventure, you're going to encounter some new friends, some familiar faces,
Mm.
and you're right. There's
Familiar
gonna be some new
faces.
characters.
Spyro, maybe? Mm.
Neocortex. He's got a completely different moveset from Crash and Coco. So where the Bandicoots kind of barrel through and they've got the ability to spin and slide and belly slam, Dr. Neocortex is he's a little bit more of a cerebral character. He's a mad scientist, he's got inventions, and he relies on his intellect. So he's got a ray gun that he carries around with him. And that ray gun
I'm
has
guessing
the
that you
ability
play
to
as Cortex in like
transmogrify hazards and
flashbacks
enemies
or something to
into
explain how he got
and he can choose
the
between
the
changing them
to where
into
he is
static
where
solid
when
platform
Crash Bandicoot 4
or
starts.
a bouncy platform that gives him access to higher elevations. So his gameplay and the levels that are built specifically for his moveset is going to be a completely different flavor. It's going to be a little bit more strategic, a little bit more cerebral, and I think players are going to have to be a little bit more thoughtful about when to encounter
Interesting.
a hazard, whether or not to change it into a platform, and what type of platform they're going to need at that point.
Oh, so
in the-
multiple abilities.
Wow, it seems ambitious that you're adding more elements to it, and then also you mentioned the masks. How do those work?
So the quantum masks, there's 4 of them in this game, and over the course of the
Yep.
adventure, they're scattered across the universe. We're going to have to rescue them from the clutches of certain bosses, both familiar and new.
Okay.
The quantum mask,
Interesting.
2 of them that we're talking about today, is the time mask and the gravity mask. And masks in this franchise, they've got a lot of personality. They've got their own names and their own voices and their own powers. So the time mask, her name is Kapunawa. And when Crash uses Kapunawa, he's got the
Kapunawa?
ability to slow down time.
You gotta call it Kapu.
So
Because,
for
you know.
obstacles that are beyond, just way too fast to interface with at normal speeds, he's going to be able to slow things down and then get past those obstacles. And in addition to that, he'll be able to get past nitro crates, which have traditionally been a one-hit,
Oh.
one-kill type of thing.
Oh.
With the power of time, he's going to be able to slow things down, trigger that explosive, and then get out just barely before
Oh.
that explosive obliterates everything.
That is clever.
The second
Actually.
mask is the gravity mask, and his name is Ika Ika. So when Crash dawns on Ika Ika, he's going to be
Ika.
able to flip the direction of gravity and walk on the top of ceilings, walk upside down underneath platforms to get past impossible obstacles.
I'm really excited to play this, and again, I was.
So it's
Crash
gonna be a
PlayStation
more
first came out.
strategic
You
from
guys
what
have
I
done a great
see.
job
Like it's still
with
going to be
Masters, but to have a totally new game.
also grind rails again. The Ratchet and Clank.
Bringing it to life. So, congrats for doing this.
Oh no, so it is a
Doing
standard
it
enemy.
from a work from home situation.
It's just a big standard enemy.
It's awesome to see, and can't wait to get to play it later this year.
Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure, and I think it's an exciting time for games, and I'm so glad that we could reintroduce Crash, a new version.
And erase every other Crash
this time.
that came before and after. Alright. So I know a little bit more about this game now. I'm even more excited now than I was on the last video, which was the review video. Yeah, I'm still excited. I'm still looking forward to it. October 2nd, I'll be doing gameplay of it. After that, here on youtube.com/CommanderLionheart, as well as twitch.tv/CommanderLionheart. So be sure to follow me there and subscribe here to youtube.com. Yeah, I really don't have nothing much to say. It is very interesting that you get to play as Cortex. Like I said, I feel like it's going to be like a flashback or something where you play as him getting whatever power or the crystals. Of course, I bet the crystals are coming back. They didn't show anything about the crystals, but I bet that they would come back to some extent, considering how freaking important they are to this goddamn series. But yeah, whatever it is that he's looking for that enables him to rift apart the fabric of space-time and whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting to finally play a new Crash Bandicoot game after so long. Especially me, that I actually have never played any of the Crash Bandicoot games after Crash Bash. That was the last one. Obviously, I played the Insane Trilogy and Nitro Fueled, and I played a little bit of Wrath of Cortex and The Huge Adventure for my Chauffeur Strike. But it's not like completing them or play them to their full extent. It's going to be interesting going back and finally playing a full-on Crash game, a new one at that. I haven't had one of those in a long-ass time, ever since the Mutants game, which are now non-canon. They are erased. No more. Finito. Bye. But yeah, I'm very excited for this game, and very excited for the prospect of my boy Spyro coming back next year. And the possibilities. They said multiverse. They used the M word. They used the multiverse word. That means Spyro and Crash together at last. We don't count Spyro Orange and Crash Purple. Together at last for the first time ever in one single game where you can switch between both of them and beat the crap out of Ripto and Cortex's ass. Yes! Yes! Do it, Toys for Rob. If you don't have that idea yet, I just gave you the idea for Crash and Spyro 5. So do it, you cowards. Do it! Anyways, people, thank you all so much for watching. Again, this video, if you did, hopefully. Like I said before, like, share, subscribe here on youtube.com/CommanderLionheart, and follow me on twitch.tv/CommanderLionheart. There will be more streams, more videos, hopefully, in the future. So, until then, may your hearts be your guiding key. Remember, stay inside, stay alive, stay hydrated, and be kind to everybody. Good day, everybody.